excellence in media training has achieved another significant milestone. In addition to its existing affiliation with Ahmadu Bello University Zaria for the award of a degree in mass communication, the college has now received official approval from the National Board for Technical Education (NBTE) to commence National Diploma (ND) programs in mass communication and multimedia. Additional programs are also in progress. Admission requirements: a minimum of 5 O-level credit passes in relevant subjects. For National Diploma ND programs, minimum JAMB admissible score of 100. For degree programs, recommended JAMB score of 180 and above. This is a great opportunity to become part of the college's growing legacy in media and broadcast education. For more information,
visit our website at www.ntatvc.edu.ng or call these following numbers: 0803-838-4343, 0806-980-9897. Announcer Management.
It's a place very close to you, a place easily accessible in a serene environment with adequate security. Ade Super Hotels Limited is the place with the state-of-the-art facility, spacious car park, air-conditioned rooms and suites with modern toilet facility, standard swimming pool, well-stocked indoor and outdoor bathrooms, boardroom for corporate meetings, halls for all kinds of events and parties, a gymnasium equipped with up-to-date facilities, restaurants that provide local and continental dishes with special services for banquet and buffet. Laundry services are also available. At Ade Super Hotels Limited, you are assured of 24 hours power supply as well as best ever reception that you can imagine. Ade Super Hotels is located at Elisha Road, PO Box 3028, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 0803-440-4358, 034-206-855. Email adesuperhotelsakure@yahoo.com. Website www.adesuperhotels.com. Ade Super Hotels Limited, hotel with passion for maximum comfort.
My name is Mr. Nta Akure. I'm here to talk about the StarTime Solar experience that was recently installed to the present facility I manage. We've had some issues when it comes to powering the facility. We made a contact with the StarTimes company, and on the long run, we're able to get into partnership with them, where they formally installed the current inverter machine. The installation of this very inverter gave us a cut in our cost implications when it comes to the usage in power, both in PHCN and also the diesel purchase to our generator.
Hotels abound everywhere, but when you're looking for a cozy, comfortable, luxury, and environment that will take you to the zenith of your expectations, A&T Residential Hotels is the place. The rooms are designed to be your home away from home. We have services, both bar, room, and kitchen are all 24 hours. We have an Olympic-sized swimming pool and our gym to keep your body fit. Our staff are excellent as they welcome you with royalty. Come shake your body as our nightclub opens every Friday with Asu Barbecue and suya joints available all day. We have a whole capacity of about 1,500 for your occasions. Welcome to A&T Presidential Hotels, Kilometer 5, Elisha Owo Expressway, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 081-4633-5949 and 070-1222-6282. A&T Presidential Hotels, comfort and class redefined.
The prestigious NTA Television College, widely recognized for its professionalism and excellence in media training, has achieved another significant milestone. In addition to its existing affiliation with Ahmadu Bello University Zaria for the award of a degree in mass communication, the college has now received official approval from the National Board for Technical Education (NBTE) to commence National Diploma (ND) programs in mass communication and multimedia. Additional programs are also in progress. Admission requirements: a minimum of 5 O-level credit passes in relevant subjects. For National Diploma ND programs, minimum JAMB admissible score of 100. For degree programs, recommended JAMB score of 180 and above. This is a great opportunity to become part of the college's growing legacy in media and broadcast education. For more information,
visit our website at www.ntatvc.edu.ng or call these following numbers: 0803-838-4343, 0806-980-9897. Announcer Management.
Good evening and you are welcome on this week's edition of News Diary. News Diary is the compilation of fresh reports and some of the ones that made headlines in the course of the week. We'll go on a short break. News Diary returns with the news of the day. We begin with President Bola Tinubu, who will depart Abuja on Saturday, May 2nd, on a visit to Kenya, Rwanda, and France. President Tinubu's first stop will be in France, after which he will depart for Nairobi, Kenya, to attend the Africa-France Summit, scheduled to begin next week. Co-chaired by President Emmanuel Macron and President William Ruto, the summit focuses on energy transition, green industrialization, digital transformation, restructuring of global financing architecture, and climate action. According to a statement signed by the Special Advisor on Information Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, President Tinubu's participation at the summit from May 11th to 12th will underscore Nigeria's unwavering commitment to strengthening strategic partnerships with African nations and the French Republic. At the end of the Kenyan summit, President Tinubu will depart for Kigali, Rwanda, to attend the annual Africa CEO Forum taking place between May 14th and 15th. With the theme Scale or Fail, this year's Africa CEO Forum will be the largest gathering of African private sector leaders, investors, and policymakers focusing on accelerating economic transformation through shared scale regional integration and increased cross-border investment. At the two summits, President Tinubu will deliver statements highlighting his administration's ongoing reforms to reposition the nation as a prime destination for investment and growth. He will also hold high-level meetings with top-tier global and African business leaders. For the latest stories making the rounds in the world of sports, let's join Peter Oibo on Sports Updates.
More quarter-finalists have emerged in the ongoing Nigerian's biggest grassroots football tournament, the Prosperity Cup, as the round of 16 delivered high drama with City Boys feeders Mini FC, Akinima, Biogbo, and former champions Crusaders FC all pulling through. A total of 11 goals were recorded across 8 matches, with 5 games decided on penalties. Quarter-final kick-off May 2nd in Otuesiga and Onopa, while the women's semi-finals and scouting program built up to the grand final on May 8th.
Friday the 8th of May is going to be an engaging spectacle. It's going to be a spectacle of football. We are going to have the female final, we are going to have the male final. Then eventually we are equally going to have activities that would excite the world, which is first the signing of the FC Barcelona MOU. Attention
turns to the match day 36 features of the Nigerian Premier Football League this weekend, with 9 matches scheduled for Sunday, with the concluding match to be decided on Tuesday. Leaders Enugu Rangers play away to Bayelsa, just as reigning champions Remo Stars chase Survivor against Eimba in Aba. Meanwhile, in England, Premier League game week 35 began on Friday, with Leeds United pulling clear of the relegation zone with a 3-1 win over Burnley. Saturday see Newcastle host Brighton in the match that will be live on NTA. Sunday brings the blockbuster as Manchester United go up against Liverpool in a high-stake clash. Jordan Osarere Joel wins the heavyweight champion of the Taekwondo British Open 2026 with a final 2 rounds win over a French fighter, while also completing a PhD in genetics and developmental biology. He won the gold medal in the International Taekwondo British Open, contesting in the heavyweight 87 kg division, winning 3 fights. The win also placed Nigeria in the top 10 out of the 142 senior teams at the British Open. With Sport Update, Peter Oibo, NTA News.
You're still watching News Diary. We shall go on another break. News Diary returns shortly.
The prestigious NTA Television College, widely recognized for its professionalism and excellence in media training, has achieved another significant milestone. In addition to its existing affiliation with Ahmadu Bello University Zaria for the award of a degree in mass communication, the college has now received official approval from the National Board for Technical Education, NBTE, to commence National Diploma, ND programs in mass communication and multimedia. Additional programs are also in progress. Admission requirements. a minimum of 5 O-level credit passes in relevant subjects. For National Diploma ND programs, minimum JAMB admissible score of 100. For degree programs, recommended JAMB score of 180 and above. This is a great opportunity to become part of the college's growing legacy in media and broadcast education. For more information,
Visit our website at www.ntatvc.edu.ng or call these following numbers: 0803-838-4343, 0806-980-9897. Announcer Management.
Thanks for staying tuned. Don't forget, you can also watch us live on social media via our handles on Facebook and YouTube at Nta Akure. Now, some of the reports that made headlines in the course of the week. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa reaffirmed his administration's commitment to improving workers' welfare, declaring that the well-being of the workforce remains a top priority. The governor stated this during the week at the 2026 Workers' Day celebration held at the Ganifa Freedom Arcade in Akure. Our correspondent now reports. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa said insecurity remains a major threat to livelihoods, but assures that his administration is reinforcing the state security architecture through the recruitment of 500 personnel into the State Security Network Agency Corps, alongside the provision of operational vehicles to boost effectiveness. He said outstanding salaries and gratuities have been cleared to improve workers' welfare, while investments are being made in hospital construction to enhance healthcare delivery.
Let this day rekindle our shared resolve to create an Ondo State where every honest effort is valued and every worker is empowered to thrive.
Labour leaders in the state identify insecurity and poor remuneration as major challenges facing workers, noting that rising transportation costs driven by increased petrol prices have further eroded workers' income and call on government to introduce incentives to cushion the effects.
We will not accept poverty as destiny. We demand two guarantees. One, safety to work and wages that allow workers to live.
Organized labor in Ondo State make a just fair and justified demand for the immediate payment of 50,000 naira as the monthly cost of living allowance to all workers in the state as palliative to alleviate the effects of the economic hardship.
The event featured a march past by various labor unions, including those in the local government, media, arts and education sectors, with top government officials and dignitaries in attendance. Amidst the celebration of Workers' Day in Nigeria, workers in Ondo State called for improved security and better welfare packages for Nigerian workers. This concern was raised during the week by some union leaders in Akure, the Ondo State capital. Adabaya Jagade reports.
We are saying so, solidarity forever.
At this year's Workers' Day celebration, the atmosphere was vibrant as workers from across sectors gathered to mark the occasion. Beyond the colorful displays, a clear message stood out. Many workers are facing worsening economic hardship, while rising costs in other sectors continue to outpace largely stagnant income.
Our day is here. We are here to celebrate ourselves, even as a Nigerian worker, because we are proud of the different work we do in our different professions.
Oil is 1,350 per liter, and from my house to my office in a day 4,500.
You go to the negotiation table, not the banking.
We made our attention known. We will continue to push further. Responding, Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa acknowledged the concerns of workers. He outlined steps taken to improve workers' welfare and assured that efforts are ongoing to address their demands within available resources.
In confronting poverty, we have prioritized empowerment opportunity through targeted programs in skill acquisition, digital innovation, agriculture, and enterprise support. We are equipping our youth
and women with tools for self-reliance.
As the celebration drew to a close, workers expressed hope that their voices will lead to real improvements in their living and working conditions, while emphasizing the need for balance to ensure economic stability and sustainable growth. In Akure, Adebayo Jagede, NTA News.
Nigeria's quest for sustainable industrial growth continues to face challenges tied not only to limited technology and infrastructure, but also to gaps in human capacity, inefficient processes, and weak system integration. This formed the focus of discourse at the 197th inaugural lecture of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, held during the week, where Professor of Machine and Process Design and Applied Agronomics, Professor Sheson Ayodeji, stressed the need for a people-driven and systems-oriented approach to national development. Oluwakemi Ademola reports.
The 197th inaugural lecture of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, with the theme Human Factor, Manufacturing and Technology. The triple ELAs driving our journey into the future drew a large audience of academics, traditional rulers, students, and other dignitaries.
It gives me great pleasure to welcome everyone to the 197th inaugural lecture of the Federal University of Technology at Futa. I felicitate Professor Peter Ayodeji on this academic milestone.
Nigeria's industrial future, the university Don, Professor Sheson Ayodeji, noted cannot be driven by technology alone, but requires a balanced integration of human capacities, efficient processes, and appropriate technology. He stressed that industries must prioritize process stability through standardization, preventive maintenance, and statistical monitoring before embracing large-scale automation.
This is a pertinent point for our environment. If we import extremely complex state-of-the-art equipment that our technicians cannot maintain, or that our power grid cannot reliably support, that technology will not drive progress. So, maintainability is a key aspect of technology selection.
Professor Ayodeji explained that the triple HELEX model, which is anchored on human factors, manufacturing processes, and technology, offers a practical framework for evaluating and implementing industrial projects. On digital transformation, he advocated the responsible adoption of artificial intelligence and other digital tools with strong emphasis on human usability and safety.
If a nation is going to survive, the nation must look at the manufacturing with appropriate technology. We cannot continue to be dumping ground for other nations of the world. If we are going to find our position, then we must consider the human factor, not just to allow what people have designed to be dumped on our ground that will not really serve us. We must look at appropriate technology, and manufacturing aspects of the nation must be strengthened. If not, we are not going anywhere.
Participants at the lecture called for stronger collaboration among academic institutions, industries, and government to ensure that research outputs are translated into practical, impactful solutions.
He has done so fantastically well. All he has told us today is just a summary of all that he has done during his period within the intellectual community of Futa. And it's something that we are so proud of.
If the government could come to the aid, of all these research works, they will not just stay on our shelves, they will not just stay in the labs, but they will be in the industry for the use of our citizens. Instead of relying on imported goods, we will rely more on what we produce.
The lecture ended with a call for Nigeria to build a sustainable and inclusive manufacturing sector that promotes innovations while safeguarding human well-being. In Akure, Oluwakemi Ademola, NTA News.
Moving on, the need to accelerate cultural shifts in the social perception of women, ensure equal access to opportunities, and strengthen their participation in decision-making was the central focus at an event marking the 2026 International Women's Day celebration and Achievement Awards ceremony held in Akure in the course of the week. Toyin Batire reports that the event, themed Give to Gain, was organized by the Center for Gender Issues in Science and Technology, Federal University of Technology Akure, in collaboration with the Futa Women Forum and the Organization of Women in Science for the Developing World.
The keynote speaker and managing director of West Africa Exploration and Production Company, Olajumoke Ajayi, in a lecture urged women to look inward and identify opportunities within their immediate environment. She noted that building and prioritizing meaningful relationships would enhance their relevance and desirability in their choosing professions and in society at large.
To succeed in life, we must build good habits. We must stay focused, work hard, remain determined, believe in yourself. God must be in the picture.
The director of the Center for Gender Issues in Science and Technology, Federal University of Technology, Akure, Professor Taiwo Olokere, said that despite the importance of women in society, they continue to face systemic discrimination that limits their access to valuable opportunities, stressing the need for urgent and deliberate action to address the imbalance.
As we celebrate, let us also, as the Futa Women Group, advocates, move beyond just advocacy to tangible action. Let us foster an environment where every woman and girl feels safe, valued, and empowered to reach their full potential without facing prejudice or structural barrier.
In a message, the Vice Chancellor of Futa, Professor Adenike Oladiji, represented at the event emphasized the need for sustained efforts to bridge existing gaps in equity as well as strengthen engagement and leadership opportunities for women.
Women are not inferior to men, and given the right outlets, women are as competent and resourceful as men.
Individuals who have distinguished themselves in promoting the advancement of women were honored with awards, while participating schools were also recognized for their presence and contributions to the event.
We are truly grateful for the encouragement and we remain steadfast. As we on behalf of all the awardees, we remain steadfast in our commitment to fostering collaboration, strengthening mentorship, and deepening impact across our networks.
Although International Women's Day is globally observed on March 8 each year, the Center for Gender Issues in Science and Technology, FUTA, held the extended celebration to honor the strength, grace, and intellectual excellence of women. In Akure, Toyin Batire, Nta News.
The rising cases of health-related conditions among youth have become a growing public health concern as unhealthy lifestyle, poor diet, stress, and low levels of physical activity continue to put youths at risk of developing cardiovascular diseases early in life. In the course of the week, Ayomide Olowoye examined promoting heart health amongst youths.
Statistics indicate that cardiovascular diseases remain a major cause of death in Nigeria, accounting for nearly 191,000 deaths in 2021 alone. Hospital data also shows that heart-related conditions contribute to about a quarter of all recorded deaths, with over 30% of hospital mortality linked to cardiovascular complications. Health experts, however, warn of a growing trend among younger Nigerians as increasing numbers of people in their productive years are being affected, with many cases resulting in death due to late diagnosis and poor access to treatment.
Young people should do exercise. Schools should go back to the former way that we used to do, that there's a day for exercise. It's part of education. Healthy eating. Our African food is very good. What do we need to do? For those ones, we need to eat it the way we were eating it in those days. Small, moderate quantity with a lot of vegetable, and then we should eat it early on time.
It's not that we notice anything unusual about our health, let us seek medication. Reducing out-of-pocket spending, maybe to have visits to do checkup, or when you have health challenges, so that the government will be there to take care of you. We have contributory health commissions. They have the formal and informal sectors. The formal sectors for the civil servants, and the informal sectors, if you are not even working with those state governments, it's employed that you buy a package that involves you and your family.
Residents of Akure also echoed the call for increased awareness, advising individuals not to ignore warning signs of ill health.
When you notice something in your part of body, immediately go to hospital.
Sometimes you ask from your friend or your neighbor, he or she will tell you, this is the way I'm also feeling. Why can't you use this drug? I know sometimes it will not work. Sometimes it could even lead to another ailment. So the best thing is, if you have any kind of symptoms or ailment, the best thing is to go to the doctors.
Health professionals maintain that encouraging healthy behaviors from an early age, combined with collaborative effort by families, schools, and government, is essential to ensuring a healthier future for the younger generation. In Akure, Ayomide Olowoyo, NTA News.
Growing environmental challenges continue to demand urgent attention as concerns over climate change, pollution, and deforestation intensify across Nigeria. The development highlights the need to protect the earth as a shared home, with increasing calls for the conservation of natural resources and the adoption of sustainable practices to secure the future. Ayomide Olowoyo reports.
Growing environmental concerns continue to draw attention to the need for collective action to protect the planet, with a renewed focus on preserving the natural environment and promoting sustainable practices. Residents of Akure say increasing awareness is helping people better understand the importance of the environment to human survival, while encouraging more responsible attitude towards their immediate surroundings.
We have to keep our environment clean and safe. So in terms of sweeping, cleaning, mopping, so anywhere that is bushy, so we should clear it and tidy the place up.
We need to maintain our heart so that it will not cause damage to us, because when you look at our GDP now, to say it has reduced it, because you cannot plant anything here.
Stakeholders are calling for a shift in public behavior, stressing that individual and community actions play a critical role in addressing environmental challenges.
Is to ensure that we don't litter our environment. These days now you see some persons bringing up their wastewater directly to the drainage. It is wrong. All this should be discouraged. Also, we should also ensure that at least we plant, even if it is a tree.
The Ondo State Commissioner for Agriculture and Forestry, Olaleye Akinola, highlighted government effort to tackle pollution and deforestation through policies aimed at safeguarding the environment.
We've come up with the policy of agroforestry in our forest reserve, so that if you are planting for food production, crop production, then you have to also plant trees.
The development highlights the urgent need for shared responsibility, as protecting the environment remains essential for sustainable living and the well-being of the future generations. In Akure, Ayomide Olowoyo, NTA News.
Youth empowerment and inclusive development remain critical to addressing unemployment and social challenges in many communities. To this end, the Bumi Tunji Ojo movement during the week pledged to empower 1,000 youths in Arigidi Akoko, Ondo State, during activities marking the birthday of the Minister of Interior, Olubumi Tunji Ojo. Josephine Akinlaja reports.
The event held at the Arigidi Registry commenced with prayers and praise songs rendered by women groups in celebration of the minister's birthday and his contribution to the national development. Participants also offer goodwill messages, wishing him many more fruitful years ahead. BTO Movement Director General Honorable Agbi Stephen, who led other speakers, commended the large turnout of supporters and described the movement as a platform for development and youth engagement. He said BTO Movement will continue to promote empowerment initiatives targeted at youth in Akoko and beyond. Honorable Agbi Stephen announced plans to train and empower 1,000 youth with skill acquisition programs, working tools and monitoring support to ensure effectiveness.
We celebrate with him, we wish him happy birthday, long life and prosperity. Strongly, as a family of BTO, to make sure that we deliver PBAT comes 2027.
Other speakers, Honorable Obanla Kende, the Vice President of BTO Movement, Honorable Bello Eunice Bosede, and Honorable Atinunke, among others, commended the organizers and urged continued support for the movement, pray for the minister and the success of the movement. They also offered prayers for Dr. Tunji Ojo and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Tunji Ojo is part of the Renew Hope team. As of today, BTO is one of the leading ministers in Ondo State. He is propagating the agenda of the president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is why all of us in Renew Hope in Nigeria, in Akoko Northwest, mostly are celebrating him.
Tunji Ojo is a man builder. He used to help everybody, and he know how to handle everybody according to his or her character.
We are launching here is not just a birthday. We are giving out 1,000 boxes of food palliatives and other incentives to relieve the hardship.
We are promoting him for the coming election, for the election of Tinubu.
You see everywhere is working. They are working towards the same goal. That is the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
The event featured the distribution of food items and refreshment and ended with prayers and renewed commitment to youth empowerment. A cultural dance competition was also held to spice up the occasion in Arigidi. Josephine Akinlanja, NTA News.
And that's the much we can take on this week's edition of News Diary. Do join us again same time next week for another interesting edition.